So how do you turn a completely cold lead who has no idea who you are into a completely hot lead that's ready to buy and that's ready to pay you $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, up to $10,000 or however much your service costs? Well, it all comes down to this content system that has generated me thousands of leads and my clients thousands of leads without needing them to be content experts, without needing them to spend hours and hours every single week. And to be honest, you can implement this right after watching this video. It's a very simple content system that anyone can implement and start getting lots of payments without needing a huge following. So let's get into it, right? And it's the same system I use to turn content into ready to buy engagers, and then those people that engage with my content then turn into clients, right? So there's 3 stages. The first stage is from day 0 to 30. So this is where they're a complete cold lead, right? They don't really know who you are, and this is just when they start to see you on their For You page. Basically about day 0 to 30, it's all about building your visibility and your familiarity, right? This is this first step it takes when it comes to nurturing someone. So this is where you want to be posting content for one person solving one specific problem. This is probably the most important thing if you actually want to attract people that would buy your services. Okay, let me give you an example. For example, let's say that you're a tax firm in New York, or your tax firm in Arizona. And let's say that your ideal client profile is a business owner that's doing over $1 million per year and they're paying too much in taxes and you want to reduce that, right? So you want to post content only for that business owner. You don't want to go posting content where you talk about other random stuff. You want to post content that solves that one specific problem, right? And in the hooks of your content, to actually be able to attract the right type of people that will buy from you, you always want to call out your ideal client profile and a problem they're having or a desired result they want. So let's say for this, for example, right? Let's say that you're that New York-based tax firm. And this could be your hook. If you're a business owner and you're paying too much in taxes, then I guarantee you're not using these 3 rules. Or you could say in your hook, if you're a business owner that's paying too much in taxes, this one strategy saves my client $20,000, right? And then you can go over like the Augusta strategy or some other tax strategies that your service offers. So basically, the moral of the story is always really go into your specific client avatar. Be really specific and intentional with your hooks. Again, let's say that you're a fitness coach. Don't say, hey, if you want to lose weight, then do this. No, call out your ideal client profile. Say, hey, if you're a post-grad woman and you're gaining weight, then here's exactly what to do. Or if you're a D1 athlete and you want to gain weight or lose weight, do this, right? Be very specific and intentional with who you call out. Now, next is just high frequency, right? You want to be posting a lot to build familiarity. If you're posting twice a week, then that's just not going to work. You're not going to hit their For You page and you're not going to, get more familiar with them. Now, from day 0 to 30, if you're posting frequently enough, they will probably follow you, right? And a day after they follow you, that's when you want to start DMing them, right? Doing your setting. And that's something we implement for all of our clients because appointment setting is probably one of the most important things to making money with your content, converting views into clients. So yeah, just start building a rapport. You don't need to sell them on anything. Start building a rapport and just start warming them up with you in the DMs. Now this is day 0 to 30. Now we go into day 30 to 60. Now this all depends on how well you do positioning, right, and your marketing and your nurturing systems. So this is where you can turn them now into a warm lead that's pretty familiar with you. So now they're following you and they're consistently watching your stories and reels. Now stories is going to be your superpower here, okay? Now you need to have very clear messaging across your content. Now one thing that's probably one of the most important things about your brand is that you need to make your messaging very clear so they know exactly what you sell and who to, right? For example, let's say that you're that tax firm and in your content, you're not even talking about taxes. You're not even talking about how you've helped your clients save taxes. Then that means people have no clue that you even have a tax service. And if they have no clue what you sell, then you will get obviously no buyers. So you need to make it very, very clear in your Instagram stories and in your content, you sell something, right? So you want to use your Instagram stories to give away lead magnets, to give away more proof and behind the scenes content. Behind the scenes is great for nurturing. But I also want to go back to the clear messaging. So for example, clear messaging, for example, you could talk about, hey, here's how I helped my client save $20,000 in taxes, and we use these 3 tax strategies. Now, a qualified lead that watches your content, they understand immediately, oh, this guy sells a tax service and I run my business and I could use this guy's tax service, right? Make it very, very clear who you talk to. Again, in your stories, you could be saying, I just helped a business owner save $40,000 in taxes and he was struggling so much with this. Again, you're making the ideal client profile that's watching the content feel relatable because you're like, oh shit, he helped another guy that's in my position. He can help me. So this is where you really want to talk about that in your specific content. So with specific content, this is the content of what I call authority content. So authority content is giving away very specific actionable value. So for example, let's say that a common problem your ideal client faces is that they get very confused on how they can save taxes. Or if you're a fitness coach, they don't know what type of workouts to do. If you're a sales trainer and clients come to you with the problem of always not knowing how to train sales reps, then create content that solves that one specific problem and show them the step-by-step solution, right? That's authority content. And that makes people see you as the authority. Now, Instagram stories. So this is where you really just want to give away free assets, right? You can send them to long form videos. You can give away free lead magnets, free trainings, and that's going to really nurture people. Go over client results. I only showed one example here. I probably should have showed more examples. But yeah, just go over lead magnets and go over trainings and all that type of stuff. And this is where you want to create deeper authority based reels and you can start using soft CTAs in your videos, right? And in your reels. For example, if you were to go over a client result in your stories, you could then talk about, hey, if you want the same thing, then you can DM me, right? This is where the leads will start to message you, reply to your stories, and you'll start getting conversions. Now, day 60 to 90. Now, once you've done all of this here, they are going to start turning into a hot lead, right? So this is where the trust is built. They know what you do, who you help, and that your service is good, right? It's very important in the warm lead stage that you really, really bombard them with client social proof, right? All the time, you want to be posting your client results all the time, because then they understand that your service is good. If they know what you sell but don't think it's good, then there's no point in them knowing what you sell, right? So you really need to bombard them with social proof there. Now, this is where you want to run story CTAs more frequently, and this is where they're going to start catching up with you. This is where they're actually going to start booking in calls with you, right? And then setters can follow up with those story voters, or for example, if you do a poll of do you need my help, and then people say yes, all the qualified leads that vote yes, you can go DM them. And then once someone's a very hot lead, they've seen all your content, they like it, they see how your service is good, and then they realize, I actually need this, then that's where inbound leads will start to come in ready to buy, right? People will DM you saying, hey, could we get on a call? Hey, I'm ready to buy your service or something like that. And this is the journey of how someone goes from a cold lead to a hot lead. And this is where you need to go implement it, right? Because social media is so powerful. You can do this same strategy en masse with thousands and thousands of leads. And that's just how powerful organic content is. For example, look at my client here, right? I took my client from 242 followers to over 78,000 followers, right? And using that same system, we did a CTA here. We got 2.4 thousand interested leads from a single video, right? And then we've fully booked out his calendar. See, look, my calendar is staying filled with all social media clients, and I'm closing 3 high-ticket deals about 3 times a week, and boom, right? but tens of thousands of dollars in legal fees and financial services, and I have one pending that's worth $500,000 just from the organic content that we did for him, right? Just by using this content process here. Like, this is how simple content can be. I hope you found that helpful. If you want to message me on Instagram and ask me any questions, then here's my Instagram right here. Any questions you want, I'll answer. If you want our team to implement the same content system we use for this client, then you can book in a call with me down below. And you can book in a call with me down below, and you can see exactly how it will work inside of your business. Apart from that, I hope you gained value from watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.